they're like above each other, I don't really like that. Go like 6 by 2 and 2 by 3. It's easier if it's like next to each other, because then you can be like, oh, they match, and then your resulting matrix would be a beast. 6 by 3. Okay, that'd be huge. Then part B, we'll just do these two. You're gonna like write them next to each other is just easier. So you have 5 by 1, and then you can be like, oh, they don't, So this is like undefined, and you don't have to do it. Okay, so just put them next to each other, then it's easier to tell when they're like easier to tell when they're the same. So, all right, so let's look at, we're going to do 2. So the first thing is figure out the dimensions. So 2 rows, 3 columns, 3 rows, 2 columns. So this one we can multiply because they're the same. Okay, so the resulting dimension is going to be like how big your end matrix is going to be. So what your end matrix is going to be, maybe I'll write over here, means it's going to have 2 rows. Okay, it's going to have 2 rows, and it's going to have 2 columns. And then like this first step, I usually put like a lot of space just because it takes some math to get those numbers. So like to get the first one, so first row, first column, you're going to use the first row and the first column. Bless you. So you're going to do first row, first column, and what you do is you use the first number in the first row, the first number in the first column, and you multiply them. So you're going to go, and again, you don't have to show all this work, but it just might help so you know where the numbers come from. So you're going to go 5 times -6. So if you want to write -30 right away, go for it. Okay. Then plus, and then you go down the row and down the column. So like we did the first numbers, now we're going to do the second numbers. So you're going to go 6 times 6. So down the row, 1 is 6. Down the column, 1 is 6. So you're going to go plus 6 times 6 plus, and then you go down the row, the last one, yep, and down the column, the last one. So you're going to go -2 times 1. So -2 times 1, okay? So that whole, then you're going to have to do all that math, multiply, add stuff, and you're going to get a number, and that's going to be the number that goes in that spot. So then now you're going to have to figure out the other number and the other number. So it's going to like, it kind of takes a while. So like to get this number, it's in the second row now, first column. So instead of using that 5, 6, -2, you're going to use the 0, 3, 0, which is actually awesome because I love when they have zeros in there. I do, because then it cancels stuff out. So what you're going to do is you're going to go first number in that row is 0. First number in the column is -6. And then you keep going. So then you go down the row, down the column. So now you're going to do 3 and 6. So you're going to do 3 times 6. And then you're going to go down the row again, one more. So you get 0. And down the column, one more is 1. So you're always like going from left to right in the first matrix and then up to down on the second one. No matter where you are in this one, you're always like starting at the beginning here. So then I actually might need more room. Ugh. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. So now this one you're using, this number is going to be in the first row, second column. Yeah, so I'm going to use first row. So I'm going to use 5 because that's the first number. And then I'm in the second column because this is where those numbers are. So I'm going to use the first number in that column times 1. And then I go plus, and then I go down the row 1. So that's 6. And then down the column 1, -4. And then plus. And then now the last number is -2. The last number here is 1. So -2 times 1. Again, like once you get the pattern, it's not too bad, but it's like the pattern's kind of weird. So, And then last but not least, to get this number, you've got to do that second row, second column. So I don't want to use the 5, 6, -2. I want to use the 0, 3, 0. So again, you're always starting at the first number in that row is 0. First number in the second column's 1. And then plus, and the next number is 3 in the row. The next number in the column is -4. Plus, and then the last number in the row is 0. Last number in the column is 1. So it'd be 0 times 1. And then now it's just like hardcore, you know, math. So now you're going to have to like do all this. So what I'm saying is if you want, when you're doing this, if you want to do -30 plus 36 plus -2 every time, that's fine. I'm just showing you where the numbers come from. So this would be 0, 18, 0. This would be 5, -24, -2, 0, -12, 0. So, I mean, what takes a while is if your mental math's not as good. But you get better with that as you get practice. So then now you're just adding these. So I multiplied them all. Now I'm just adding them. So, what is that, 4? This is going to be -21, right? And then 18, -12. So that's how you do them. It just takes a while, you know. Okay, so another one. Okay, how about you guys try this one, number 3? I want you to try it. Do number 3.
3?
Yep. Try it. So check that you can multiply them, and you can. Spoiler alert.
Then -5 times -6.
Okay, then write it down. Write it down. Go ahead. Okay, do the problem. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to it. Okay, now you have to like, do the math.
I don't.
And do the math to see if it's right. Did you get them already? Just this one.
Just this one?
Yeah. So that'd be this row, first column, right? So you did 4 times -2. And then you gotta do 3 times -6. That's why.
What?
You're sauce, dude. Where the fuck did I get
How am I sauce?
Before
Okay,
you
come
say
on.
I don't have any work down, I do. It's invisible ink.
No, come on. Kind of do the problem.
Yeah.
That's right.
We gotta
So
use
far.
the green to see it.
How would you? It's 3 on this one and 2 on that.
Trust me, my work is done.
Sorry, say it again.
Why?
So this first one, you're gonna go -2
bro,
times
what's the
-2.
answer?
Yeah.
-5 times -6. Yep. So now what do you want to go down the row?
Okay.
So then you would go in this row this column.
Got it.
So you're gonna go 4, -2,
-8
and then 3 and -6.
-3.
Because I'm going down
Okay.
and to the right. Do you know what I mean?
And same thing with this. And then
Yeah,
just
so you would
repeat
do
that?
this one and this one.
And then just repeat it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, do I have this set up right?
I don't know. I only have the answers. Okay. Yeah. Did you get them? Just that one. I don't know why though. That one for some reason.
Yeah, but it's -30 times.
Oh, -3 times -6.
Equals 30.
No.
Wait, no, 18.
Yep. Did you get them? Just not that one.
Okay.
So I don't know why. Did you get them? Yay! You should feel cool. Yeah, because you were going to yesterday too. So you're basically for this first one, you're going down the row, down. So this is in the first row, first column. So you're always doing rows on this one, columns on this one. So yeah, you did. Yeah, this is right so far. So now do you want to do the second row? So you did -2 times -2, which is right, and then -5 times -6, which is right. So now if you want to do this term, the one underneath it. No, 4. So if you want this one here, you're going to use the second row, first column. Because this is your first column still.
Oh, I see what I did.
So you're doing like,
-8. No, I
Yep. For 1, 2. I'm gonna have to check.
What did I do
Not
wrong?
this one. These two. Are
What
the
did I
only
do
ones.
wrong?
I don't know. I'll come by you in a sec. Okay. I'm gonna put it up. Okay, let me go over this. Okay. So essentially what I did, okay, so you can multiply them. So I made a 3x2 matrix, okay. So then what I'm going to do is I drew a matrix really big. So I had 3 rows and 2 columns. So like, for example, because I feel like the first one you guys are pretty good at doing, but like for this guy, and let's just say we're doing that one.
Is that a
Okay.
6 or a 1?
So
A
a 6. That's a 6. Okay.
I got that.
So what you're going to do is for that number, it's in the second row in the second column. So because this number is going to be in the second row, second column, I'm going to do 4 times -6. That's why I got -24. And then plus, and then I do 3 times -5. So I multiply the first number in the row times the first number in the column, plus, and then the second number in the row times the second number in the column. So you're kind of going down the thing there. So then here, if we did, so like if I had to do this guy, okay, so to get that one, that's in the third row, first column. So the first number in that row is -3. The first number in that column is -2. That's why I have a 6. So I did this one. Come on, this one times that one. Then I did plus, and then I did -4 times -6 to get +24. So I went like down the line and then added them up. Okay. And then for this guy, when there's X's and Y's and stuff in it, it's nothing really too different. You're just going to do the same multiplying. So 2x2, 2x2. These match. So because my end matrix is going to be a 2x2 matrix, I'm going to draw it so there's 2 rows. And I'm going to leave some space because it takes some time to make these. And 2 columns. Okay. So then to get the first one, I'm going to go first row, first column. So I'm going to go 4 times X plus, and then I go down the row, down the column. So I'm going to go -3 times -3, which is 9. Okay. So then for the next one, okay, I'm doing second row, first column. So if I'm trying to get this guy, that's in the second row, first column. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go first number 4 times first number X, which is kind of weird. And then I'm going to go down the row, down the column. So I'm going to go 5 times -3. So I could do like plus a -15 or -15. Okay. Then, okay, if I'm going to do this number over here, I'm going to do first row, second column, because that's where that number is going. I'm doing the first number in the first row times the first number in the column, so 4y. And then I'm going to go down the row, down the column. So I'm going to go -3 times 2, so -6. Then the last but not least, I've got second row, second column is where that spot is. So first number in the row is 4. First number in the column is y, which is weird, but whatever. So 4y, and then I go down the row, down the column. So 5 times 2 is 10. And this is equal to this matrix here. Okay.
Oh, you have a -15?
Yeah, it's plus and negative. I wrote plus and negative.
Why?
It doesn't matter.
It's negative.
It doesn't matter. It's the same answer. So then, so now to solve for x and y, guys, is match up the parts of the equation. 4x plus 9 equals 13, and then you just solve it. Actually, that's kind of not a lot of room. 4x plus 9 equals 13. So I subtract the 9, divide. Okay. Then for the y's, maybe these two, doesn't matter. I'm going to do 4y plus 10 equals 30, and then I'm going to solve that guy.
Y equals 5.
So 4y equals 20, and then y equals 5. And then that would be your answer. So you multiply it like you would normally, and then you just set the stuff equal. That goes together. Okay, and then here we go. This is Summer Olympics 2012, so kind of old, but that's okay. So we've got USA, China, and Russia were the highest worth, and then calculating the points for all of it. Okay, so for gold medal is worth 3 points, silver medal is worth 2 points, and each bronze medal is worth 1. Organize the information using matrices. So this guy should be easy to organize. Hopefully, it's literally you just put the numbers in here. So 46, 38, 20, like just follow the order. So hopefully that's not too bad. 29, 23, 32. Okay, so all I did was copy it down. Okay, that's not that bad. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out, like, they're trying to give you the points here. So notice that we have all these gold medals, okay? That you want to make sure that are multiplied. So what you want to make sure of is that your matrix is like set up in the right way. Okay. So you want to make sure that 3 is like being multiplied to the 46, the 3 points. The 2 points is multiplied to the 29, and the 1 point is multiplied to the bronze. Okay. So what you're going to need to do is you could either go, like, don't write this down like this, right? 3, 2, 1, or like this. I guess you could. Well, not for this, I wouldn't, because gold's at the top. Okay. So what I would do, okay, is you want to make sure that, okay, as I go down this row, when I multiply it, I want this multiplied to 3, this multiplied to 2, this multiplied to 1, right? Gold, silver, bronze. So I have to figure out which matrix to use. and whether it's before or after.
After.
Okay. So if you're going down this row, remember you would be going down a column, or you would be going down this row and down this column. So the deal with this is if I were to put this one first, okay, I would go 3 times 46, which is good, but then I go 2 times 38, which 38 represents a gold medal. Okay. So if I do this one first, I'm going down a row, but there's no more numbers left to multiply with the 38. So the correct answer is to put this guy here, because when I multiply them, I'm going to go 46 times 3 plus 29 times 2 plus 29 times 1.
Oh.
So that's how we know that it's going to be how you would figure out those points with it.
Clever.
Wouldn't you rather just use your calculator and do it rather than doing all this? Yeah, it's still your
Okay.
ChatGPT question.
So again, it's a programming thing. Okay? It's a programming
But
thing.
is it multiple choice?
So then what you're going to do is if you multiply this, you have 3 by 3 and then 3 by 1. So your ending matrix is going to be a 3 by 1, which is exactly what I want, because I want USA, what were the other ones? China and Russia, right? And I want their total points here, right? So that's what I'm going to do, but it's going to take some time to do it because I'm going to have to go 46 times 3, right? I do 46 times 3 plus 29 times 2 plus 29 times 1. So I go down the row, down the column. And then same thing with the other one. You would go 38 times, 3 plus 27 times 2 plus 23 times 1. And then keep going. So that's like a, you don't need to add those up. No, because we can just go with the homework. But that's just the gist of how you solve it. So.